video is going to be all about my custom tactics. My elite division, rank 1, custom tactics. Today I'm going to go through all 4 of my custom tactics, my ultra defensive, my attacking, and my ultra attacking formations on how I got to the elite division and how I hit rank 1 in Fut Champs. Let's start off by taking a look at the team. Now this is the current team that I'm using. Yes, it is pretty good, but it's not unbeatable. It doesn't have your likes of Yaya, Marquisio, Lucio, R9. It's a good squad, but it's not unobtainable. So if I can hit the elite division and rank 1 with this team, you can too. And it also shows that you don't need to spend, well, you do need to spend a fair bit, but not thousands and thousands of pounds on a team. Now, firstly, we need to talk about how important team selection is, if not just as important as the custom tactics themselves. People look at my team, they say, how does Faye there? How does Sterling? How do they get minutes? FIFA 23 is a game where you need to abuse the meta. And if you don't, you will get left behind. If you don't learn the Travellas, if you don't learn the green times, you are not going to hit those high divisions and those high ranks. And having players in the correct positions can help that. Now, specifically, you need a very good balance between both left and right footers. Let's say in my attacking 6, so my midfield and my forwards, I have 3 right footers and 3 left footers. Now, obviously, if you can't find the specific players to fit these positions, it's not the be all and end all, but it makes a huge difference. I would say your sit back CDM, CM makes the least difference, but ideally you want a right footer and a left footer as your 2 centre mids. Your 2 wingers, you want a left and a right, and then also with your 2 attackers, you also ideally want a left and a right. This will be the first piece of advice I'd give you and literally will change your game. Into the custom tactics. Now, I cannot tell you how important it is to make sure you have more than one formation set up. There's so many people that just play one formation. They have a defensive style set up, they have an attacking style set up, and that's it. If they're losing a game, they've got no ultra attacking formation, and if they're kind of winning a game, they've got no formation to hold on to it. I personally don't have a drop back deep formation because I feel like inviting pressure really can hurt your chances of actually holding on to and winning a game. But having an ultra attacking formation for me is probably the most important. Also, when it comes to team selection, having a variety of players helps so much, and players that can play in various positions. Take Lionel Messi, for example. He can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play as a striker, and he can play as a cam. I've got Bernardo Silva, who plays as a CM, but you can also play as a cam across the board if you need to. You could even probably play him as a striker. When you have the game plans, you have ultra defensive, defensive attacking, and ultra attacking. They don't necessarily need to be. Defensive needs to be defensive, for example, or attacking needs to be attacking. They are just names. Basically, call it formation 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3 different formations that I play in game. The 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, depending on what my opponent plays, I've got a 4-4-2 set up and a 4-2-3-1. When it comes to your ultra attacking formation, I would always make sure that you play in the formation that you are most comfortable in. For me, it's the 4-2-3-1. Now, the formation I play the least is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and the only reason I have this set up is if I'm getting totally dominated. Usually I alternate between the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1. However, having that centralized formation can massively help change a game completely. With my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I play on balanced tactics, 41 width and 72 depth. In all of my formations, my minimum depth is 70, and the reason for that is it plays the auto offsides. Now, if you're not very good at tracking over the top through ball runs, you need to play a lower depth. But for me, I find it kind of tests you the most. It plays the auto offside traps, and it really invites pressure on your opponent. Build-up play, I also play on balance with chance creation as direct passing. Passing on this game is meh. Let's use that word. So adding the direct passing really does help when making those sharp 1-2s between your attackers. I always like my width to be very similar, if not the same as my defensive width, so my players aren't constantly moving in and out to try and get in formation. I play 5 players in the box, which is my 2 strikers, my cam, and my 2 centre midfielders. That leaves my CDM to sit in front of the back 4 as an anchor. I play 1 on corners and 1 on free kicks because I hate to get countered. Both my strikers I have on stay central, stay forward. You can run one of your strikers on getting behind, but for me, I just don't like to do it purely because I find that's all they want to do. If you play them on getting behind, they're just constantly looking for it and you get caught offside a lot. whereas you can use L1 to trigger runs, and that gives me full control over my attackers. My central cam, I have come back on defense and get in the box for cross. Your most attacking of the centre midfielders, I play on balanced attacking support, cover centre, and get in the box for cross to help out. My more defensive-minded midfielder, I play on balanced tactics and cover centre. My sit-back CDM, the anchor, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover centre. Both my fullbacks are on stay back while attacking, and my goalkeeper is on comfort crosses, sweeper keeper. The 4-4-2 is one of my favourite formations this year, and I play a balanced defensive style with 50 width and 72 depth. Again, the depth is exactly the same, the offside traps and tracking the runs. I play build-up, play unbalanced, and again that chance creation on direct passing. With 50 width, the same as the defence as I mentioned before. 5 players in the box, my 2 strikers, my left mid, my right mid, and my more attacking centre mid, and again 1 corners and 1 free kicks. Again, both of my strikers are on stay central and stay forward. My left and right mids are on come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box for cross. I have them on come back on defense so they can help out the defense. If I've got the ball with the fullbacks, I have a passing option. I have them on cut inside so they make that direct run in between the fullback and the centre back. The getting behind gives you an option going over the top and through the gaps. And getting the box for cross helps out pushing that back post. If I've got the ball on the right and I cross, my left mid will come in on the back post. Whichever of your centre mids is more attacking, I play on balanced tactics across the board with cover centre. The more defensive minded players stay back while attacking, sit on the edge of the box for cross, and cover centre. I then have my fullbacks on stay back while attacking, and my goalkeeper on come for crosses and sweeper keeper. My 4-2-3-1 is very similar to my 4-4-2, and it works in a very similar way. Defensively, balanced with 50 width and 72 depth. My build-up play is balanced with direct passing on chance creation, but on my 4-2-3-1, I do play 60 width in the attack, with 1 corner and 1 free kicks. The reason I up the width on the attack is because the 4-2-3-1 is more of a narrow formation, and I do want my wide players to be wider, as in like a 4-4-2. As the 4-2-3-1 has kind of a bank of 3 in behind, I do play my striker on stay central, stay forward, and get in behind. I do need this last man, being Samuel Eto'o in this formation, to literally running behind. He needs to be that final man sitting on that last centre back, ready for the through balls. All of my cams are on come back on defense and get in the box for cross. I have them on come back on defense so they can help out the midfield, pick up the ball deep instead of trying to go long all the time. My more attacking CDM is balanced across the board with cover centre. And the anchor, the sit back, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, and cover centre. Both my fullbacks are on stay back while attacking, and the keeper again is on comfort crosses and sweeper keeper. My final formation is my ultra attacking. I did touch on it earlier. I said this needs to be the formation you're most comfortable in and the one that you find and create the most attacking opportunities. This is literally a throw the kitchen sink at them. You're 2-1 down in the last 5 minutes and you need to push for a goal. This is what you need to run. Constant pressure, 50 width, 100 depth. Build up play on fast build up and chance creation on forward runs. 50 width again, gung-ho players in the box, corners, free kicks. You want every man and their dog forward. And I use no instructions at all on any of my players. When I'm running forward runs and everyone's just going gung-ho for it, I want them to kind of do what they do best. And this works an absolute charm. I can't tell you the amount of games that I've brought back from losing using these tactics. However, you will get caught, so don't use this formation before the 80th minute. And that's it. They are my Elite Division Rank 1 custom tactics. If you've got any questions regarding these, make sure you let me know down in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.